But anyway, I'll start out by saying how I met Ed. Okay, we'll start from there. About 35 years ago, I went to watch my son play soccer. I pulled up and I walked up to the edge of the field there, and there was a guy standing there eating sunflower seeds. Yeah, and I walked up beside him and I said, "Hi." He said, "Hi." I said, "Is your boy?" "Yeah." He says, "Yeah." He says, "There's my boy with the red hair there running." "Oh, okay." And he says, "What about you?" "Well, there's my boy there with the blonde hair running." "Oh." I said, "Hi, I'm Randy." He said, "I'm Ed." And we've been friends ever since.
All right.
That was our first meeting. So from there, Ed and I sort of connected and became good friends. And we started golfing. Ed said, "Do you golf?" And I'd never golfed ever before. And Ed said, "You golf?" "Yeah." "No, but I'll golf." "Yeah, I'm going to golf." So I didn't even have any clubs. I went and round up some clubs, and Ed and I went golfing. Ed from Saskatoon, Ed taught me to golf. Ed taught me how to golf. I'd never golfed before, and Eddie taught me the rules of golf from Saskatoon. That's how I learned how to golf. He's a good teacher, and so then we go along, and in those days, with children and family and work, we didn't golf much. We maybe golfed 6-7 times a year. Like, we hardly golfed. We're too busy raising our families and working. And then, so a couple of years, doing this, 6-7 times a year. And then I met another fella comes along. His name is Jim White. Jim White shows up. I meet Jim at a soccer field and a hockey. And I'm, "Hi." "Yeah, your son out there." My son Michael and Jim's son Adam, they played hockey and soccer together. And Jim comes along and he says, "You guys golf?" "Yeah, Ed and I golf." Yeah. So the three of us, we go out golfing together, and this farm boy from Sexsmith, yeah, he comes along, hard-working farm boy from Sexsmith, Jim White, and he comes along and comes out golfing with Ed and I, and we go out golfing, and Ed and I have the rules of golf from Saskatoon. Oh no, but then Jimmy White comes along, yeah, from Sexsmith, farm boy, I don't know how, hard-working farm boy. He brings the PGA rules. PGA rules. And Ed and I look, what are the PGA rules? We didn't really know what that was, because we had the rules from Saskatoon. That's the rules I knew. So we started golfing together, and there was a bit of confrontation between the PGA rules and Ed's rules from Saskatoon. Somehow we managed to get along, we continued golfing together, and the three of us, and we had a like I say, at that time we were only golfing like 8-9 times a year, because we all were busy with family and business. So, but then again, what happened was about 20 years ago, we got a membership at Broadmoor. The membership at Broadmoor enabled you to golf 7 days a week for one price, all you wanted. So Ed and Jim and Randy really got into that. That's when we really got into golfing, the three of us. We golfed. We've had different fourth over the years has come and gone. My brother Wally and some other people, but for the last 15 years, we pretty well had Dave Kazira as our fourth, and we are known in our own chat as the Fab Four. So with that said, with all that golfing, and Ed has been, in the meantime, he had a place in Phoenix for a while, and Ed had been going down there in the wintertime and enjoying the pleasure of golfing and enjoying the winter in Phoenix. And I've gone down there a few times, and Jimmy came along, and we've enjoyed that very well. And as that continued, and with us golfing more and more, we really enjoyed the pleasure of golfing together. And I remember another time, Ed was coming to the end of the season in Broadmoor, late October, and I got a phone call from Ed. He says, Randy, I'm in Florida. I bought a vehicle, a Tahoe in Florida. Yeah, why don't you grab your clubs, fly down here, and I'll pick you up at the airport, and we'll drive back to Sherwood Park from Florida in my Tahoe and golf along the way. Well, what would any other person say other than, sure, Ed, I'm in. So I grabbed my clubs, hopped in the plane, flew down to Florida, Ed took me up to the airport. We grabbed my clubs, we went into his Tahoe, and we started driving from Florida back to Sherwood Park.
You mean he knew where he parked?
So we started driving, we golfed the first day, Tallahassee or somewhere in Florida, and we're heading up into Alabama, and we heard about a Robert Trent Jones golf area in Alabama. He had built, he's a golf course builder. We went there, we had plans to go there and golf. He has 3 golf courses at this resort, and Ed and I, that was our goal, to get to Alabama and golf at this resort. So we're driving along, and we're coming, and we're getting tired because we've golfed somewhere in Florida. We're driving along, we come to this place, and wanted to get a hotel room. We go in, Ed and I walk in, yep, we'd like a room. And the gentleman there behind the counter, he looks at Ed, he looks at me, and he says, you too? Yeah. You're not staying here. This is in Alabama, southern Alabama. He says, you know what you two gentlemen do? He said, you get in your car and you get back out on the highway and you drive about 20 miles north and you find a place to stay. And Ed and I looked at each other, and that's what we did. He said, you two boys are not staying here. And that's about 15 years ago in Alabama. That's what he told us. So we went there. So anyway, we're tired. We get into a hotel room. Yeah, and Ed can sleep. He has no trouble falling asleep. Yeah, we get in there, and this is before he had his sleep machine. We shared a room. Yeah, we get into there, we go. Yeah, Ed, he falls asleep right away. And then he starts snoring. And he starts snoring. And I'm so tired I want to fall asleep. I'm throwing one pillow and another pillow and another. I ran out of pillows. I can't sleep. So I stuck Kleenex in my ears as much as I could to try to cut the sound of Ed snoring. And I finally fell asleep. Got up in the morning. Yeah, we get up. We're going to go. We're going to Robert Trent Jones. We're going to golf 2 rounds there and then continue on our way. And I get up and I said, Ed, what? I can't get the Kleenex out of my ear. I said, what? I can't. I stuck it in so hard. Sorry, I can't get it out. I said, before we go to Robert Trent Jones golfing, we got to go to a pharmacy or drugstore. Okay. Ed says, yeah. So we drive around, we find this drugstore, we go in there, walking around the drugstore, and I'll finally find this leather case. I open it up, I zip it open. Oh, there's the tweezers and the nail clips and the file. Ed, come on over here. Yeah, Ed comes over. I said, Ed, yeah, take these tweezers. Pull the Kleenex out of my ears. Okay? So Ed, yeah, sure. Ed, in the store. Ed takes the tweezers, pulls out of this side, pulls out of that side, put them back in the case, zip it up, put it on the shelf, and away we go. And we went up to the Robert Trent Jones beautiful 3 golf courses, and we pulled in there, and it looked, for some reason, it was a little foggy and misty. We drive in there, and we pull up, and we go inside. This is in Alabama. Frost filling. Frost filling. Frost filling? The guy down there says, I've lived here all my life. There's never been a frost filling here. And Ed and I look at each other, well, us in Canada, we've seen frost filling before. But anyway, so we ended up golfing 2 rounds there. And then we went on our way. And needless to say, for the rest of the trip, we had separate routes. We didn't sleep together anymore. That was that trip. All the way back up to Sherwood Park. And there was another time we, if you look at this card here, this is a good friend Jimmy White. They bought a place in the Bahamas. Hold it, let me rephrase that. His wife Susan bought a place in the Bahamas in Exuma.
Thank you.
Exuma, yeah, and have an airport there. And Ed and I had the pleasure, we were invited there by Jim to go there one year. So this picture on the card, yeah, so we go there, and this picture is on the golf course. This is real. Ed's real. The ocean is real. This is a par 3. And for some reason, just before this, Randy had gone to, through my paper rep, down to Green Bay. I went to Lambeau Field and watched the Green Bay Packers game. And I bought this cheese head there. And I still don't know why to this day. I brought it to the Bahamas. I brought this cheese head in my suitcase to the Bahamas, and Ed and Jimmy and I, we each took turns. So this is real. Ed did have that cheese head on, standing on the tee box on the par 3 with the ocean in the background, and we golfed there. And also, what else we did there, Susan's house is right on the ocean, and we went right down to the ocean, and one day the waves were coming in, the beautiful blue ocean. There it is. That is a real picture in the Bahamas, and the waves were coming in, and Jim had some boards, and we'd go out and wait for the wave, and then the wave would bring you in on your board. And some of you might have done that in someplace else in the world, but this is in the Bahamas. So as we're doing this, and we're all taking turns doing this, yeah, and Ed went out, the good Saskatchewan boy, and he was having fun in the water and riding. The wave came out, you can see up to his waist there, and he's waiting for the wave, and it was going to ride the board right into the shore. But what happened? If we could turn this on.